Hello folks and welcome back. Today we're going to be exploring the charming and adorable city of Independence in Oregon. Now this is a city that's going to appeal to someone looking for a slower pace of life, someone who likes the outdoors and nature, and someone who's going to appreciate living in a very small and historic city situated on the Willamette River. So if that sounds like you, then you're in the right place, because in this video we'll tour this charming downtown, we'll look around the city, we'll take a walk along the Willamette River, and of course we're going to talk about the real estate opportunities here. So please join me as we explore the city of Independence. Hi folks and welcome. I'm David Backholer. I'm a real estate broker based here in Oregon. Now one of the first things you'll notice about Independence is just how charming and quaint it is. It has a really pretty downtown area, and then the Riverview Park is just off the main street. Is a great place for the community to get together. In terms of location, the city of Independence is located approximately 10 miles southwest of Salem, and it sits on the west bank of the Willamette River, surrounded by farmland. So if you're working in Salem, then this is going to be a great option to live. It's a fairly short commute, maybe around 15 to 20 minutes, and Independence has a completely different vibe to Salem. There's a much slower pace of life here. Salem has a population of around 175,000 people, but here in Independence it's only around 10,000, so it has a small town feel out in the country, but still in close proximity to a medium-sized city. Okay, so I want to give you a quick history lesson of the area. Don't worry, there's no test at the end, but it does have a really interesting backstory. Now, Independence is one of the oldest cities in Oregon, and it dates back to 1845. You'll see many of those brick buildings behind me were built around the 1880s, and the city's done a really nice job to preserve the historical charm throughout the entire city. Now, there are many cities in the area that have major freeways through them, but Independence was able to avoid the push to modernize the area, and as a result, downtown Independence is unspoilt and becomes a popular tourist destination. It can become very busy here in the summer. Now, when the city was first developed in the 19th century, the area thrived as a shipping port, both for rail and by boat, and it's primarily agricultural products and lumber. In the early to mid 20th century, the city was known for its production of hops and had the nickname of the hop capital of the world. In fact, take a quick look at this sign right behind me here. There's these signs throughout Independence which explains the history I've been reading up on. Now there is a vibrant community here. The annual Hops and Heritage Festival takes place in September. There's an outdoor movies in the Riverview Park, which is right behind me. This is the edge of downtown. That goes throughout the summer. And then because Independence is historic, there's also the annual Ghost Walk tour in October. Spooky. Now, whilst we're on the topic of a great community, I want to ask, as my community audience, you please consider giving this video a quick like and subscribe to my channel. And do remember to reach out if you're thinking of making a move anywhere to the Portland metro area. All of my contact details are down below. Now, right behind me, you'll see Riverview Park, and this is the largest park in Independence, and it's located on the edge of downtown. The park is home to the Independence Amphitheater, and this is where the community really comes together. The amphitheater hosts numerous events, including an 8-week River Edge summer movie and concert series. Now, right behind me in the far distance, you can just make out the Willamette River. There's a walking path there. It's a 5-kilometer walking path, and it loops north of the Willamette River. So on a clear sunny day, it's a beautiful place to go. So close to Main Street is where you'll find some of the older homes, and you'll notice there's a real mix of home styles here. The lot sizes are a little larger here than what you might find from some of the newer construction. There's also some single-story homes available if that's something that's important to you. Now, many of the homes in the city were actually built during the 1990s and early 2000s, because during this time the city grew in size. So even though it is an older city, approximately 60% of the houses in Independence have been built in the last 30 years. Now, what sets Independence apart is not just the variety of homes, but also the value. With a growing market yet still affordable prices compared to the Portland metro area, Independence is attracting buyers and investors. Now, despite a rich history here, you'll find a mix of homes, some fairly historical, but on the southwest side in recent years, there's been quite a lot of new development. Now, the development I'm currently standing in is still under construction. It's being built by Chira homes, and you'll see a variety of new homes here, and they vary in price. The starting price for a new home in this neighborhood is around $440,000, and that's going to be a mid-size 3-bedroom home. The largest home is around 6 bedrooms and 3,000 square feet, which is listed for $750,000. So let's go take a quick look through one of these properties. So in this southwest corner of Independence, you'll see a variety of independent local builders. Now, although there might be upwards of 50 homes being constructed at any one time, each builder might only be working on a handful at once. Now, with this property, I had the pleasure of talking with the builder, Vladimir Chira, who is from the Ukraine, and he built these 8 townhomes plus several other single family homes nearby with some different floor plans, and one of which was an ADU which can help offset the mortgage. Now, these houses are townhomes, but they are only connected to the neighboring property on the lower level, which is mainly the kitchen and living room area. This means that upstairs you will not be sharing any connecting walls. This is great, as this is where the bedrooms are located. Now, I obviously taught a lot of new construction homes in my career, and one thing that struck me about these homes is he did a really nice job with the finishes. Sometimes you do see newer homes use the cheapest materials, but it feels like a slightly more premium finish was used throughout this entire home. On the main level, you have a half bathroom, access to the garage, some good storage, and then a decent sized living area. The kitchen was large enough for a decent sized island, and then you have the sliding doors that back onto the rear yard. Now, behind the house is a walking trail, so these homes have a rear gate, a gate that backs onto the trail. This makes a great place to go for a bike ride or walk the dog, and then behind the trail is a creek, so you're incredibly close to nature here. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 1,499 square foot home. All 3 bedrooms are on the upper floor, and that's also where you'll find both the full bathrooms and a laundry closet. You'll see from the video that the primary bedroom is very large and has nice views from the front of the house, and the bathroom has double vanities, and the shower has a luxury finish. At the back of the house are 2 more bedrooms, and these have views over the farmland and creek. Okay, so I just want to spend a few more minutes talking about what properties you can expect to find in Independence, and of course talk about the prices. So just to recap, Independence is southwest of Salem. It's where you see we have these numbers. This is my website. Each number represents the number of houses for sale in that specific area. So just to get the lay of the land, Riverside Park right here. This is where that fountain was and where I was standing when I was showing you the Willamette River. You can just make out this section right here, which has a slightly yellowish color to some of the buildings. That's the downtown area, so Main Street, really from Riverside Park to, you know, kind of D Street. There's a couple more buildings down there as well, but it's like 2 or 3 blocks long. And then this area just west of Main Street, that will be where you'll find the older homes. So again, I was standing outside a really large white building at one point when I was in that area. But the southwest corner of Independence, where you'll see all of these numbers, that's where all the new construction is taking place right now, and that's where I walked through that property. So let's zoom in on this area again, because this is where more development is going to happen over the coming years. So even if you watch this video in a year or two's time, this is probably going to be the area where you might focus your attention on because of the new construction. So right here, these properties right here, these are the ones that I walked through, so the townhouses, and you'll see they're either $445,000 or $440. The ones on the end of that townhouse block are $445,000. The ones in the middle are $440, and there's 2 blocks of 4 houses, so there's kind of they're all about $440 or $445. Just to bring one up, it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, just under 1,500 square feet. There's other options in this area as well, you know, around $500,000. The most expensive one is $755,000. Now you see that not even every house has been built yet. The most expensive one here, it's $755,000. All we've really got is a blueprint. We don't really have any other photos here, we just have the blueprint. But this one is going to be actually a duplex style, and it's 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, so it's going to be a 3 and a 3. So it's a good way of buying one side of the building and then renting the other one out and making some good money on the side. Now, this entire area, there's multiple builders here. It's not just the builder that I saw, although he's fantastic. There are other small independent builders. This is not a large development built by a national builder. These are all independent, small builders, small local builders to the area. And another option we have here, it's $635,000. It is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2,365 square foot house. You see, brand new construction, decent sized property, nicer backyard. The ones that I toured had a very small backyard, but again, you're paying a much more affordable price point. So overall, there's some good options in and around Independence for both new construction, but if you're someone who likes historical homes, there's going to be some options for you as well. Okay, so let's recap and take a few minutes to talk about the pros and cons of living in Independence and why it might be right or the wrong place for you. Firstly, the cons. It is a small city. As previously mentioned, there's only around 10,000 people who live here, so you're not going to have all the amenities a large city has. There's also a limited supply of houses here. Although that is a problem that they're trying to fix with that new construction, it's not like a big city where you have a lot of great options. As for the pros, well, the first pro is actually the same as our first con, and it's a small city. Many people will greatly appreciate that it has a slower pace of life, more charm, more character, and it doesn't have the hustle and bustle that a large city does. Now, Independence does have that small town vibe with a big heart and a really big focus on the community. Now, another pro is the type and affordability of housing. There's a really good mix of historical homes here, and there's also some new construction and condos as well. And then the prices are really good compared to somewhere like Portland, where you might pay around 25% or more for the same type of home. Now, Independence is not going to be a good fit for everyone. Many of you will find it adorable, but either way, as a next step, I recommend you pick up the phone and reach out to me so I can help you find your dream home. All of my contact details are down below. Now, if you found this video useful, then up above are some additional options that you might also like. So I'll see you again in the next video.